Gaming take on Elephant Gang for a place in our grand finals. I'm your host and caster, as always, James. Third out Pakistan. Joining once again is the beautiful Stokes.
Croatia, so we got him back for the playoffs. That's always good. It's always a good time.
Yes, it is always a good time indeed. Looks like I was having a little bit of issues with my audio settings there, but we are good now. We're going to get back into this. So we're going to see the first two bands coming out here on our first map of Consulate. This is a best of 3 series, of course, unlike the regular season. This is 3 games rather than just 1 map. So we already see all the bands coming out very, very quickly. Everyone's very aware of what they want to do on Consulate here. What do you think of those bands?
Well, we have Glass, Lion, Mira, and Echo. Also, nothing too crazy. The Mira ban is kind of intriguing just due to the fact that this is Consulate. She isn't used that much. She is pretty powerful in the basement. The Echo does not surprise me as well as Glass and Lion really don't surprise me at all, just because they are all looking at getting reworked, all except for Echo, of course. But Glass and Lion do not phase me at all that they are banned out. Just 2 extremely powerful operators for the push, and they really don't want to try and deal with that.
Yeah, don't want to deal with that at all. We're going to move into round number 1 here. It's going to be Cafeteria Garage defense to start with, which isn't unusual at all for Elephant Gang at all.
No, not at all. I mean, we've talked about this again and again on Consulate. The upstairs site has just become so unviable comparative to the other ones. Usually now it is lobby as well as basement that are the 2 played. And garage is honestly my personal favorite just due to the fact of how many different things you can do to affect the site. You can play the middle level to try and, take up a lot more time and deny that vertical control, as well as you can play even all the way up on the 3rd level to try and get as much time wasted off the clock as possible. And more than likely, that is one of what Elephant Gang is going to be going for. That's usually what they try and do, is try and play those delay setups. So we'll see exactly what they try and do this time around. We do have Avian over here on the mute. We're actually playing mute and bandit on this setup. So I want to see exactly what they're going to try and do with this. More than likely, they're going to be putting those signal disruptors in the drone mute spots, which are just scattered throughout the basement, and then have bandits try and stop the garage. And we'll see exactly what they're going to try and do here.
Interesting mute jammer placement coming out from Avian there. Just, I think he's trying to deny drones coming into the front door here, so that's very, very nice mute jamming placement coming out from him there. Good bit of intel denying it. Yeah, I think you are right. I think they're going to be running quite a lot of time denial here. I'm interested to see how Vicious run this, considering they've brought an Ashe and not the Zofia.
Yeah, Ashe is all about that frag potential. We always discuss this every time we see her. Zofia, a lot more utility based, and she is a 2 armor 2 speed, so she can take a couple more shots. Ashe is purely there for the frag potential. That is all she can really do. She really only has quote-unquote 2 breaching charges, you know what I mean, unless she brings the other 3 with her. So you're really going to want to see kills coming out of that Ashe, otherwise she's basically useless at that point.
Yeah, just talking a little bit about Vicious here as we're getting into the round, of course. If anyone who watched the US Nationals will know that this team knocked Mouse out in the finals there and have qualified for a land spot in Vegas next month. So very well played for them. And that has shown them now a lot of potential. They had a bit of a rough start to the season, but now they're looking pretty good to try and take this. We're going to see Nog already in piano, opening up quite a lot of the vertical play, so great action coming out from him already, but E-Gang are not going to give him anything for free.
No, not at all. That buck play already coming out and tripping. Trying to deny garage is not going to happen. That vertical control already gained by Vicious. They're really going to have to be looking for those nitro cells, as Avian is going to connect with one onto Nog. That is going to be the buck off the board, so very big kill right there. Not too much left to use for vertical control unless they want to dedicate those ass charges.
Yeah, not going to be too much dedicated for vertical control there at all, as Nog will be taken off the board easily, but Oasis will manage to get open panels 1 and 3 of the main garage, so we should be getting in here for a Vicious plant, and honestly this is really good timing from them. 1 minute to go on the clock, and they've still got bags of utility left, but they are 1 man down, so they're going to have to try and make up for that, and don't forget, that is the only person who had nades.
Yes, it is going to be all up to the last 4 of Vicious to try and get this bomb down. They do still have that vertical control, as you can see. Pixel as well as the Ashe up here trying to hold that right now and trying to make sure that no one else is going to rotate up the bottom of Spiral. But they have to try and make a decision here, try and bait a little bit of utility out. We still do have 2 nitro cells possibly on the board, as well as a whole hell of a lot of utility from Smoke and Maestro still up as Oasis is going to try and go for the bomb plant here. K9 going to try and stick it, but no, he is going to get that kill. Neptune's going to take one down as well with the Nitro Cell, but Pixel going to be able to pick up Neptune's, but that is going to be the diffuser down, and what a shot from Pixel on the white van. We do have LoJax down outside as well. Those Toxic Babes are going to start doing a little bit of work. K9 is going to be able to clean up that last kill there. It is going to be Elephant Gang picking up the first round of the playoffs.
Very nitro heavy setup coming out from Elephant Gang there, but it worked out quite well for them. I mean, as soon as Nog went off the board, there was not too much control that Elephant Gang could really collapse in on, so it wasn't going too well for them right at the end there. But I thought Vicious did well to try and get the plant down and going for the smokes and everything like that, but yeah, really good plant denial coming out from Elephant Gang. Very interesting strategy, though, for a garage hold. Something that we haven't really quite seen from them before, playing it so defensively, because we thought they were going to go for a lot more time denial.
Yeah, I really haven't seen them turtle up at all. You know, usually, you know, elephants, I could be a little bit aggressive, except, you know, just changing it up around. I mean, honestly, right there, a lot of, how to put this? They went for a lot of plant denial right there, as we were talking about. Lots of Nitro Cells, they had Maestro, and they also had Smoke. And there was a lot of things that they needed to be able to bait out. And right after that Buck went down with the Nitro Cell, they kind of slowed down, like, okay, we really don't have enough time to do exactly what we want to do, so they just tried to throw like Oasis into sight and get that diffuser down. But there's so much utility with all the Toxic Babes, Nitro Cells, and the Evil Eyes up. I mean, really, what more could you do?
Can't really do a lot there. I think a lot of that came down to how quickly Vicious could get into sight and start affecting utility, but the fact that they didn't bring the Zofia, I think it leaves a lot to be questioned. You know, you see Rich has brought the Zofia this time, so looking much better already for Vicious. I think that this upstairs take for Vicious has always done pretty well, but interesting to see that it's going to be Nog back on the book, and I really thought he would be on the Blackbeard here for this site.
Yeah, absolutely. Blackbeard is such a dangerous op on this site, as we've seen time and time again. But yeah, absolutely. We do have Pixel on it. Pixel has been picking up a couple of those ops between him and Nog recently, which has been working out really, really well. I think they've been doing a little bit of role swapping, as I've seen their play as of late, and it's been really, really working out for them. I mean, they've looked like a completely different team ever since they started really getting things to the grind here these last couple of weeks. And I mean, that's really what pushed them to take that USN win, going to land for that, as well as what's pushed them into the playoffs. So far it's really been working for them. I want to see if they can try and make it work on this consulate. And actually, the last time that these two teams played on consulate, they were so close. It actually ended up being a tie the last time they played. I believe it was play week 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was definitely the first time that these teams went against each other. So yeah, I think that this could be a potentially very close match coming in here, but Elephant Gang already looking pretty strong here. And they're just playing so defensively here. They're not allowing any peeks to come out. They're kind of making this Blackbeard a little bit useless here. I mean, yeah, they've got an angle, but it's going to start off with Neptune's getting the first kill of the round there from Pipes downstairs. Rich is going to shut down Avian, however. That's going to be the castle off the board, but traded out for a Habana here. That is not good from Vicious.
No, it is not. We still have Pixel over here playing the CEO windows, and they have plenty of control of that. Bad news bears is we have Trippin over inside of Connector that's going to be able to stop him. Rich trying to push up yellow right now. There is no one inside of CEO, so he is going to be safe here. He just has to worry about someone playing instead of Osseous, and that castle setup is so dangerous right here that they usually run, but nothing compared to what Rich can do. He's going to be able to take down K9, possibly 2. No, he's just going to do a lot of damage to Trippin inside of Flag Hallway. And we do have LoJax going to try and smoke off and swing inside, but nothing coming to fruition right there, as his smokes are going to get ADS. Rich still up inside a bathroom, but he's actually going to get shot through the floor. Neptune's, oh my goodness, what a heads up play from benches. That's going to be Rich's down from bathroom, and that's going to allow them to rotate over and through Connector. Nog's going to be able to pick up Trippin though, but Neptune's going to pick up one of his own. That is going to be a 2v2 situation. LoJax is in sight though, but he has the bomb, but the Toxic Babe going to take him down is going to be all left up to Pixel, and he's still on the window. He needs to try and get in sight. Are they going to be able to stop the plant here? He's going to try and push up and find a location in which he can plant. He's going to have to try and find one though. Plenty of rotation already came out. We have one on top of yellow right now. He's going to be able to take out Neptune's, as it's going to be all up to the smoke inside a bathroom now, as Pixel's going to try and get the bomb down, but he's going to be able to find him. No, Ghost! Oh my goodness, with the SMG-11's going to be able to take out Pixel. What a gunfight from Ghost, playing things so safe until that diffuser tried to go down.
That is unfortunate indeed coming out there, but Elephant Gang still holding on flawlessly so far, having taken both of their defenses. But objective rotation parameter might screw things up for them here a little bit as they're going to go down to the lobby press room. I was kind of expecting them to go to the new site here, but maybe that's something they're holding on to until maybe their final defense here. We'll see how it goes down as we do move into round number 3. Vicious Gaming still unable to find a round here on the attack.
No, not able to find that. And I believe that the reason they're not going to this new site is because of that Mira ban. Mira is extremely useful on that new site, and without her, Vision really is useful on that site. You need that immediate information that she gives with Maestro as well as Echo. No, Echo is banned, but with those two kind of operators, it's not nearly as immediate as she is, where you can just, okay, they're right there, I take my peek, I come back in. Then you have, okay, I'm on camera, they're right here, gotta get off the camera, then rotate out, and it's just not nearly as effective as what Mira can do on that site, and therefore it makes it pretty dangerous. The only other real thing you can do right there is play Pulse underneath, but since that floor is hard, you can't nitro cell anybody that's going to try and get inside of there from the main lobby. You can nitro cell them from underneath right there. As you can see, the wood floor from where it would usually be inside of tellers, but that's not going to happen anyways. We are going to be on the lobby. We are going to have Pixel back on the Blackbeard.
Yeah, we're going to see Pixel back on the blood, but in fairly similar situation coming up from Vicious. They seem to be taking almost the exact same lineup for almost all of their attacks here. You'd kind of expect maybe a little bit more smoke play, or maybe a little bit more combined utility play, if you know what I mean there.
Yeah, a little bit more. They're playing a lot of operators or just standalones, where you can just do whatever you need to do personally, and combos really don't work too well with them. I mean, you do have Buck with the nades, we have the things to open up sight, and we also have concussions to try and clear out people from sitting inside of corners, as well as we have our angle holders. But besides that, we really don't have any of that combo utility like you were talking about with smoke plants and stuff like that. So it honestly begs the question on when they're going to try and make the adjustment.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens here and see if Vicious can still keep this going. I still don't think that this is a bad idea from them, but we will see Nog just opening up the top of that. That's going to be trying to get some nades through into Projector or Meeting, whatever you want to call it there, as we'll see Repels coming out from Pixel. It's a pretty good roam clear coming out from Vicious so far. They haven't been able to get a pick for it yet, but they are clearing the roamers out, and this is going to be an important part about taking lobby and press room.
Yes, it is. Pixel already showing a little bit of his face on site, as well as showing his little face is Neptune's, as he is going to pick up another Nitro Cell kill. Neptune's has been so dangerous so far on this Valkyrie roam, and that Jackal does not seem to be stopping him at all. Might need to start clearing out this middle level before they try and take anything, just because of how dangerous he has been so far. But it was going to be the Buck off the board once again. No more nades. No more real utility to try and use on the site to open it up. Besides Zofia, we do still have those smoke nades on a Jackal as well, but that's going to be nothing compared to the evil eyes of Avian. As we are going to have a kill come out from Trip, and he is going to down one inside a connector, is going to be able to clean up Rich, and then it is going to be Zofia off the board, so another utility already gone, as Blackbeard's going to get taken out from Avian, and they are just wrecking house right now. Trippin going to pick up another one from CEO. He's going to be all left up to Oasis to try and clean up this round. But no, Trippin going to be able to take him down, and that is a perfect round by the boys of Elephant Gang.
Absolutely flawless defense coming out from Elephant Gang there. Very well done indeed, and I love this bit of an aggressive hold coming out from them right above here, using the Maestro Cam in combination with Trippin's just pure frag ability. So great intel, and then just great gunners overall. Elephant Gang just unable to refrag anything that went down there, and it seemed like they had a pretty good roam clear to start with, but then it very much slowed down. I don't think there was enough drone work coming out from them to realize what exactly was happening with that situation.
Yeah, exactly. Those pre-placed drones are something that really help out with clearing map quickly. They really need to focus on trying to get drones set up preemptively in order to drone out exactly what they need so far. And that's really what Neptune's is preying on right now with those nitro cells. Just no early early drone usage to try and find her. And he's just using that to his advantage. I mean, Jackal's done absolutely nothing to try and stop any of these roamers, and that's really what's hurting them right now. And that last setup right there was the typical Elephant Gang that we see. Okay, we put our regular anchors on site, everybody else roams, we use our utility to try and help out our roamers, and just able to take them out all on cross angles. So some very good play coming out from Elephant Gang.
Well, we'll see how it does go down as we move into round number 4. We're going to see another basement defense coming out from Elephant Gang. We'll see how they take this. And I'm expecting, again, this very conservative strategy coming out from them. Although this time we do see Avian on the Vigil rather than the Mute.
Yes, we do, and I'm going actually to expect that they are going to have Valkyrie play a little bit off-site, possibly like bottom of Spiral or something like that, to try and help him out just a little bit. The way Elephant Gang does run the roamers is they always have someone there to try and get a potential refrag, which is exactly how you want to do it. So I really do expect them to try and run that with Neptune. I'm going to expect this is going to be Neptune's Avian trying to run things throughout this map, and that's exactly what we're going to be seeing right here, ladies and gents.
Yeah, completely correct prediction coming out from there. And again, I wouldn't say it's a fairly Nitro heavy setup as it was the last time, because they did have one more Nitro in this setup. So it is going to be more of this aggressive strategy coming out from them. So a little bit of change up in tactics coming out from E-Gang there. And it's going to be another admin take coming out from Vicious, it looks like, with the drone word that's coming out. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with the admin take, although sometimes if you're attacking that bottom floor, it can take a little bit too long to go like a complete roam clear, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But the one thing about it is it does clear the entire map, so you don't have to worry about anybody roaming in, per se, like tellers and stuff like that, because you do just clear out each floor as you go down. But the one thing that is bad about it is the timing. You have to be very, very quick with it. Your drone work has to be quick and efficient. Otherwise, you are going to get to site at a very, very delayed amount of time, where you don't have that time to try and bait out those smokes and find the evil eyes and so on and so forth. So, as actually Nog's going to be getting in pretty quickly here, already down here by the admin stairs, as he is going to be going downstairs towards lockers. We'll see exactly what their take is going to be here. Could this potentially be a kitchen take?
It looks like it, and it looks like they are going to get a little bit more utility issues coming out here. Nog already going for the 360 nades, but it is going to be Rich on the Zofia, which is something he didn't bring the last time they attacked here. So already doing the work there and taking the Maestro cam off the board as Oasis is going to be opening up onto that hallway there. But not looking too good for Vicious here, but oh, what a shot from Oasis. I am so amazed he just won that fight. No refrag coming out at all from E-Gang. That's already Avian off the board, and that is a beautiful starting frag.
Yes, it is. Avian just trying to rotate down and find exactly where they're pushing, but is going to find a bullet instead. Oasis extremely injured after that gunfight, though. They do still have K9 over here inside of the central office, and this could wreak havoc. That LMG is so dangerous, as everybody knows. Only 58 seconds left on the clock as well. So there still is a lot of utility usage on the board. They have to try and get these frags right here. If they're able to frag out Ghost and K9, I see this round definitely going their way, but there's still all that utility that they can use, and that's one of them right there. Toxic Babe going down the hallway to try and prevent anybody trying to push through that smoke, as they are just trying to find out exactly where they want to push through. Oasis dedicating some flashes over there near pipes, and another Toxic Babe going to be dedicated over here near kitchen door. And it looks like the push is going to be going up pipes hallway. Is Neptune's going to be able to take out one? Is he going to be able to take out two? No. Nog, though, going to be able to take him down. His Trippin's going to go for two. Nog's going to be able to refrag that, though. Is going to go for a 2v2. Nog's going to go big with another one. Ghost off the board. Is going to be all left up to K9. He's going to get a pistol kill, ladies and gentlemen. The Bailiff coming out as he's going to be able to take down one. They both have very minimal health here. This is practically a 2-to-1 bullet gunfight, depending on which weapon is used. 6 seconds left on the clock. The Mark's coming out, trying to prevent Pixel from Nog from getting a plant down. And he's rotated in, and that's going to be an easy cleanup from K9. A very, very educated play right there.
Absolutely beautiful 3K coming out from Nog to really bring back a round that I thought was for sure going into the favor of E-Gang. Unfortunately, not able to bring it in all the way, and will go down without planting the diffuser. And still, E-Gang flawless on these defenses so far, 4-0. I'm amazed that Vicious haven't been able to find a round on the attack here so far.
Yeah, me as well. And I'd say the biggest issue for them is those executes onto site. It just seems like one of the Elephant Gang players is just able to break through and get one of those rotations down and are able to clutch up the round every single time. We've seen that twice already. And if they are just able to try and clinch down a little bit more or get drones in useful locations to where they can try and find them after all that fragging happens, that could definitely try and help them on those offensive takes. We'll see if they try and make an adjustment here. They already dropped Jackal for the Capital, but no other adjustments coming out just yet. This is going to be the last round of attack for Vicious Gaming, and maybe they got some tricks up their sleeve for the other side of Consulate.
Potentially. We might be seeing the way the bans have gone here might favor the defenders a little bit more. But honestly, with the way that the bans have gone, I think it's kind of even both ways, especially because Blackbeard is still on the board and Valkyrie is also still on the board here.
Well, I mean, in complete honesty, with the two offensive ops picks, they just got the two most broken current operators off the board, which is good. I mean, they're both getting reworked right now for a reason. So we got both of them off the board. So the rest of the ops on both sides are, as you said, relatively even, which is really, really good. But Elephant Gang has just been reaping havoc so far for this offensive unit of Vicious Gaming. They really need to try and get a little bit more drone work out here. Trippin actually making a very, very smart play right here, going to 11 hit the castle door, just so it is only one hit off where they can just rush up spiral if needed. But as we are playing Consulate, what do you know? We are going to be witnessing an admin take once again.
Yeah, Vicious yet again going for this admin take, and as you said, can be pretty consistent for them, especially for this top floor take. They did get a decent amount of control last time doing this, so we'll see how it does go this time for them. But still, something is going very inherently wrong here for Vicious. And yeah, I agree with you that the drone work hasn't been perfect from them. But I think it's more drone work looking at the utility and looking at the setup and thinking about how they want to take that, rather than just drone work purely looking at operators.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. They definitely need to try and get an overall vision of what's happening throughout the map. And I think that they definitely have been failing at that as well. It seems that they've more or less been like, okay, they're here, let's just try and push this. And it's been getting very, very close, but no cigar as the 4-0 is up on the board right now. Typical setup by Elephant Gang here. This is exactly what they ran last time. And this setup is very dangerous, as you're going to be seeing K9 get those X-Kairos pellets off the wall of meeting room. And Smoke playing in there as well. Typically played in there with a shield, but no shield for him right now. But, I mean, it is Ghost, so he can really do whatever he wants back here. The man is so dangerous on this operator, as he is going to be shooting the X-Kairos pellets off once again, wasting so much time. And that is going to be all the X-Kairos gone from Oasis's utility, as those evil toxic babes are going to be going down right now. Not too much going on for Vicious right now. Trying to get a little bit more drone work in here and just really trying to figure out where they can push there.
Trying to find out what they can push, but Oasis will manage to push down and get the first frag of the round. There goes Neptune's, and there goes K9. What? How does Pixel win that fight, getting those peeks out from the balcony? And Ghost is just going to run into the A site, gets gunned down. That's going to be a 5v2, looking very, very good now for Vicious Game to try and take this. Trippin still on the board. However, Oasis is just going to gun him down. Avian going to be the last one remaining. Does manage to find Low Jackson. Gets another one. What a shot from Avian. Takes down Rich's head. And the plant is going to have to start going down. But still 40 seconds left to go on the clock. Avian still gets another one. He's going to down Oasis and Nog and Pixel. Both very low, but Avian low himself. Still very clutchable. And he has still got one of those impact grenades left remaining. The revive is going to come through. Avian peeks around, and he downs another one. How does this happen? Oasis will get revived, though. Avian peeks around, and Pixel will deny him the clutch. Takes him down. Vicious Gaming take round number 5 finally on the board. But what a play from Avian.
Yeah, Avian made that round so close. The amount of health that everyone had on Vicious Gaming at that time was so low. So low. I'm actually surprised he didn't try and dedicate that impact nade at all. But 4-1 in favor of Elephant Gang, as we are going to be going into the role swap. That is going to be the boys of Vicious Gaming now on defense, while Elephant Gang is going to be staring down the barrel of 1 round comparative to their own 4. So they're in a pretty good spot right now. Only need 2 rounds in order to clutch up this map, unless Vicious Gaming wants to do something special and bring this back. They are going to be starting downstairs. No bandit selected for them, just the mute.
I think that's fine, though. Like, trying to bandit trick on this is very, very, very hard, and you kind of have to base a lot of your strategy around it as well, which E-Gang did do. They had a lot of the nitros coming through, so we'll see how it goes this time. I'm kind of interested to see how they want to set this up exactly. I do like the addition of the Legion here, although with the way that we're seeing E-Gang's roster going, it looks like they are expecting this downstairs take to start with, and they have brought the sledge accordingly.
Yes, they have actually switched off of the buck for that. So, same operator, just this one sledges instead of shoot shotgun shells into whatever it's trying to open. But over here on the defense, we do have a castle. So I'm going to expect a mid-level, as we're seeing right here, mid-level play, as well as Legion coming out. So definitely something out of the ordinary is going to be happening here, which is going to be extremely fun to watch. We're actually going to have 3 levels played here, ladies and gentlemen. So this should be a pretty cool round to watch, as we are going to have low jacks here on the Legion, playing upstairs in the flag hallway currently.
They're playing it in the way that I really thought that E-Gang were going to be playing it very, very aggressively. They're just trying to waste time as it comes through. The consulate room can be pretty powerful. Of course, there are 3 levels to it, as you said. Doing that 3-level play can be good, but oh, the roam play will be looking so good. Oasis already going to get injured. LoJax attempting to save him here, but I don't think it's looking good. I think LoJax is just going to give up on him so quickly, and yeah, I kind of agree with that. I don't really see how Oasis gets revived out of that situation.
No, not at all. Those CEO windows so dangerous, and there's the kill coming through right now by Ghost. Oasis getting taken out extremely early, but Castle's utility already down. Just not going to have any more gunning power upstairs. LoJack's going to rotate himself down into the bathroom, and this has been completely castled up. We have a castle on bench door, as well as we have one on the antechamber window that LoJax was just looking into. So we'll see if LoJax is going to be able to deny a lot of time here. They do have mute drone set up, but Avian just spotted him out through the drone hole, so they know where he is now. That drone is going to get taken out. I expect him to try and drop, or at least throw a couple more of those lesion mines, then rotate back to site. Triplin does have the vertical play on him, so if he does try and rotate out of bathroom, that could be bad news bears for him, as we are just about halfway through the round at this point. And Elephant Gang have a lot of control of really what is the needed spots. Neptune's over here inside of piano now as he just going to start having a sledge party, opening up that floor, and trying to get those mutes off.
Yeah, trying to get the mutes off and trying to get this garage open is going to be an essential part of this, and Avian is going to be able to do this and just going to get all of that opened up. Tripper going to be making his way downtown through the spiral stairs to see what he can do here. Going to see if he can get any of these roamers on the board, but wow, that was a very, very close call. That could have been him dead, but he will go down. There we go. Pixel will manage to pick up Trippin for free there, and just trying to retreat back to the site. But meanwhile, LoJax is going to be finding Ghost. Neptune finds Nog. It's going to be a 3v3 situation, but looking pretty good here for E-Gang to try and bring this in. Kane going to be moving up, putting his utility down, as Neptune's from above will not be able to find the angle just yet. Rich does actually get a kill for it. Avian goes down, and K9 goes down to a Pixel Nitro, and it's all down to Neptune, as he does have the vertical play, and does have 2 nades left remaining, but as he goes for the reload, Rich will find him through his vertical play. That vertical play goes both ways. Vicious Gaming take round number 6.
Very impressive round there by Vicious, able to try and clean that one up. That is going to be their first round of defense right there. So it does look like they were definitely set up a lot more for trying to play defense on Consulate. That is the one thing about Consulate, is that it is a relatively even map across the board from offense and defense, win percentage wise. So them going up that early, Elephant Gang at least going up that early, was pretty surprising, especially with how evenly quickly. But looks like Vicious Gaming is trying to compete and run back into that driver's seat right now. They are going to be going up to the console off, which is actually surprising to me. Oasis going to opt for the Valkyrie instead of the Pulse, as Neptune's is going to once again switch out the Buck for the Sledge. Why would he be doing that, sir?
I think they're maybe expecting the first floor take here, or maybe the new site take here. But I mean, Sledge maybe just a little bit of a comfort pick here for Neptune's. I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure. I feel like the book makes just more sense here, especially with the vertical play that can come through. They really ought to be expecting that top floor defense. It's what they
did.
Most
definitely. Yeah, exactly. It is exactly what they did. That castle window kind of just tripped me out for a second, since they have the 1-1 right up next to it. I was like, is he literally putting a castle barricade on a wall? Is that just glitching or something? But no, there's going to be a castle barricade up on the one panel of the one that's wood right next to it. So
yeah, but that's the denying of the angle, right, onto connector.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. I mean, I know what it was going for. I've just never seen it right next to a wood panel before, so it just kind of tripped me out for a second. Really didn't know what was going on there for a second. But anyway, it's going to be denying the angle into connector, as well as putting one in connector window as well. I expect the last one to go on spiral, or actually he's going to be using it over here on the CEO. Doesn't really need to use it on the flag hallway door, just due to the fact that you can't just from behind the flag hallway desk, and it does relatively the same thing. They can't get an angle on your feet. So they are going to be starting things up top this time around. We do have Elephant Gang running the exact same setup that Vicious ran, all except for the Sledge. That was Buck for them, but everything else the same. Capitao going to be coming out from K9, Trippin, bringing that Zofia, and then the last two being Thatcher and the Habana. They are going to be going for this admin take.
Admin take. Just everything that's been happening so far around Consular has just been revolving around that. But a pretty fair bet. I mean, with Mirror off the board, you can't really play an admin take aggressively. It's kind of a fair bet. I think we saw a little bit from Minor when they were playing in CL's main season that they played an admin aggressive take without a Mirror and did not end very well for them at all.
It's such a hard spot to deny, just because if they get one person inside of admin, you really can't rotate out too safely because they just move up through front office and they can just cut off your exit right there. And what a spot from Rich. I don't think I've ever seen this table spot before. This is so dangerous. Oh my goodness. There's no way that anyone is going to free fire this. I really hope I don't caster's curse him, but a very, very smart spot by Rich coming out here. Already halfway through the round and nothing really taken by Elephant Gang. They're kind of locked up over here inside of the kitchen as well as copy room. And they really need to start trying to get a little bit of pressure onto Nog here inside of Meaning. Otherwise, this is going to be easily denied by him.
No Romans on the board, however, for Vicious. It's not going to be too much of an issue there for Elephant Gang if they want to play that at the time just a little bit more. But yeah, they are going to have to keep moving here. Tripper going to be able to put down some utility here as he comes through. Bad Wire is going to get destroyed on the Visa stairs as Trippin trying to get the angle on here. Let's see what he can do. It does take the Maestro Cam off the board, so Avian is going to be able to open it. Just a tiny hole here, but it is enough to try and disrupt the process here just a little bit as Nog's position is going to get compromised just a little bit. He is going to move through onto the deployable shield instead as Ghost finds the first frag of the round. There goes Lowjacks. Nog still holding on. He's going to peek your aggressive. He sees the Claymore though and knows not to get too aggressive.
Yes, knows Nog to get too aggressive with it as Nogs is going to make a heads-up play and drop from Hatch with that shotgun. Trippin, though, going to be able to pick up one on that angle that we were talking about before. That is going to be Oasis going down over here inside of Connector. 30 seconds left on the clock. 3 operators still up for Vicious Gaming. They really have all the denial they really need here, and Nog with that heads-up play once again going to be able to rotate out and keep his utility alive as Avian is going to start trying to put that bomb down. We do have K9 down over here inside of front office. Trippin is going to rotate into Meeting Hall as well. The diffuser should be going down. Yes, it is right there as Pixel is going to be able to pick up one, but Avian immediately going to get that refrag. Ridge trying to find one over the corner, but to no avail as he is going to get taken down. So Nog going to go on the flank here. It's going to be all left up to him. Trippin, I believe, is still up. That health bar is very, very low, though, as we only have Sledge with full health right now. Nog going to rotate all the way around to Connector, but it seems like they're ready for it. They hear the shots coming from Flag Hallway, so they know he's got to be trying to rotate in right now. This is going to be a very close fight for him, and oh no, Trippin going to be able to find him, and that is going to put Elephant Gang onto match point.
A very close round coming out, but a great execution coming out from Elephant Gang. I think something that definitely went very, very wrong for Vicious Gaming during their attacks is they just don't love the bomb.
They don't love the bomb. You gotta love the bomb. You gotta
have a guy, you know, like Super, who is just attached to the bomb, and he just loves it. Just goes straight for that diffuser. You gotta have a guy like that, or else, you know, what are you doing with your composition?
With your life.
With your life. You know, what's going on?
I mean, sometimes you gotta say it.
You gotta say it. But yeah, like Vicious Gaming out didn't really concentrate too heavily on executes. They were very frag heavy over there, but you saw Elephant Gang immediately looking for that objective-based gameplay, getting in there, planting that diffuser, and letting the defenders come to them instead. So, looking pretty good indeed coming out. But Elephant Gang, and they're going to move themselves onto map point. Of course, this is a best of 3 series, so even if you do mess up here, you still have a couple more opportunities to bring it back. So, I still feel like even though the last time that these two teams went against each other, this was actually a draw on Consulate, these two teams have evolved since a lot since then. There's been a couple of roster changes from Vicious Gaming as well.
Yeah, a big pickup in Oasis, most definitely. They have had a couple changes throughout the season, but this team right here has been looking so good on this latter half of the season. So far on this map, they've been performing really well. We cannot really take anything away from them. I don't think the round count really does it justice on how close most of these rounds have been. They've had a couple of rounds that were not nearly as close as they should have been. A perfect round by Elephant Gang, and indeed that last round right there was pretty clutchable, but nothing came to fruition of it. But both sides looking really good right now.
Both sides looking very good indeed. Let's see how it does go through. Is again going to be going for that very aggressive hold upstairs, but this makes a lot more sense on the lobby defense. I'm interested to see how Elephant Gang play this, if they want to go for that heavy upstairs take, or maybe if they're going to go for a plant. But the fact that they don't have a shield here indicates they will try and go for at least a little bit of a clear upstairs before they do start to put the utility down. But taking that Capital almost every single round coming out from K9 is a good indicator of objective-based gameplay.
Yes, it is. And this setup by Smoke inside of Meeting is probably one of my favorite setup on console, just because of how much time it does indeed deny. This shield back here, along with ADS, just allows Nog to really do whatever he really wants to do. And he also has that vertical play going on. Speaking of that, LoJack's going to be able to pick up Neptunes, and it's going to be all the way in the basement. So LoJack's making his presence known, just like Neptunes was on that Valkyrie. And then it's actually going to be Sledge. He just rotated through lobby and dropped hatch. So
yeah,
kind of
what happened here? Like, I don't understand why.
I guess he wanted to clear low, and LoJax was over in kitchen or something along those lines, and just heard him Sledge through.
That is very far out position for him, but Oasis is going to get the second kill of the round. There goes Ghost, and now it's turned into a 5v3 situation. No refrag coming out from E-Gang right now, and they seem to be all over the place right now. I mean, everyone is solo pushing. Trippin is going to be pushing himself through into the front office and onto vending, but Avian going to join him through onto admins. Trippin is just going to be the crouch walking Zofia. He managed to work his way all the way through onto the hallway. Should be able to get a surprise kill here, and Nog goes down! And they have no idea how Trippin just got all the way in through onto projected like that.
No, they do not. Slammed by the C key. Such a dangerous strategy is using that C key and just walking straight at sight. But that is going to have a lot of control that Trippin has just opened up for the Elephant Gang boys. We'll see exactly what they're going to do with it, though. He doesn't want to try and get too aggressive here. He wants to try and hold Meeting, so they do have a little bit more pressure on this lobby take here. They are going to rotate Avian up and through, as he is going to drop out onto balcony. They do have K9 trying to hold down some sight lines from out in the front yard. So, as long as Trippin is going to be able to control above the main lobby here, this is going to be a pretty easy plant for them, as they are going to have this bomb start going down by Avian, as he is getting shot up by the Evil Eye, but the Evil Eye is not going to really do enough. But no, Pixel's going to be able to rotate through and stop him, and LoJack's going to be able to get K9. It's going to be all up to Trippin, and oh my goodness, it is. He's going to be able to take down 2. It's going to be him versus 1, but it is Rich on the Maestro, and that weapon you can pre-fire however you want to, and that's it right there. Rich going to find a nice headshot. Trippin was in the driver's seat in that situation, but Rich, with a very, very smart play, is going to be able to take that round away from them.
Absolutely beautiful players coming out there from Vicious Gaming. Great hold coming out from them, but I don't understand what was happening with the Elephant Gang attack there. They seem to be very, very divided on that. There was a lot of frags going down, just all over the place.
Yeah, and the thing about those frags is, even if they had anybody there, there was really no refrag potential at all, just because they were such peculiar spots. I mean, Sledge drops hatch in the lobby, and LoJax is just inside of kitchen, picks him off, and then Oasis gets a kill from vertical play off of a miniature hole inside of CEO. You know, just very, very odd things happened that round for Elephant Gang that really you can't account for. You know what I mean? So maybe a little bit more drone play based on the basement, because they really did the exact same thing to Vicious Gaming with Neptunes. So I'm surprised that they really weren't ready for anybody to be down there.
That's also kind of the issue with objective-based gameplay, right? You're very concerned about getting that plant down, and that can make you, I don't know, miss the big picture in a way. Like, they're going for that plan, and they don't really have as much control as they really ought to.
No, definitely not enough control, just because of all that utility being on site, as you said. But as this round is going to start, round number 9, Elephant Gang still in striking distance to try and take this map. They've looked pretty good so far. That last round just kind of a blunder, but we'll see if they are able to try and change things up this time around. We are going to have Oasis playing all the way upstairs with LoJax. We'll see if these two are going to be able to deny time.
Yeah, we'll see if they'll be able to deny time indeed. Ghost could be droning it all on out onto console office, see what he can do here. And Oasis could be holding it down here. And again, Vicious playing it very, very aggressively in all 3 floors on this roam. Last time didn't work out too well for them because they lost one of their roams very early on. They gave up a lot of control, maybe a little bit more than they would want to. I feel like if they can waste at least a minute on this top floor, they've done what they need to. And there we go, 45 seconds wasted there on that top floor. Oasis will manage to rotate down, as well as LoJax through yellow stairs. And they've still got a lot of utility left here on the board here in back.
Yes, they do, but they do have the operators really needed to try and open up this area and make it very, very hard for these two to try and stay on the middle floor. They have Zofia, which is really the one you're going to be wanting to pay attention to. Trippin is going to be a huge detriment to those castles. And really, as well as the Buck, if he wants to try and dedicate some nades to that, they actually are opening up vertical play from upstairs. So that's actually really, really heads up from Neptune's, just really knowing that map knowledge pretty well. But they are going to all rotate downstairs. They've already wasted half the round, and that's really what you want when you are on this basement site, is just try and waste at least half the round before they try and get on the site. If there's too much time for them to play, then they just can repeatedly just get rid of your utility, and then the plant is very easy for them. But with only 1 minute and 20 left on the clock, that is going to be a completely different story for Vicious Gaming.
Yeah, it's going to be looking pretty good here for Elfgang. They've got a decent amount of control, and they've still got 1 minute left to go on the clock. But it's going to be Ghost who picks up the first kill of the round. There goes Nog already. What just happened there?
I think that vertical play just came back to bite them right there, opening up a couple of those holes to try and stop people from rotating through doors, and that is going to be the smoke off the board. Really, only denial they have anymore is those nitro cells that are in the hands of Pixel, as well as the Maestro. Oasis, though, can be able to pick up one that is going to be Avian, but Neptune's going to get the immediate refrag. Then Pixel going to refrag that, so refrag just flying out everywhere. Trippin going to start pushing down yellow stairs, going to clear out pipes and try and gain a little bit of control here. They do still have to worry about that nitro cell and that Maestro. Lowjack's going to take down Ghost, though, and Trippin, the crouch key's not going to work this time, my friend. Pixel going to be able to pick up that one. It's all left up to Neptune's now. So this is going to drop down Hatch. He's going to get in a gunfight with the Maestro, but he has absolutely zero health, and there we are right there. Rich with the pre-fires to the wall, as you do with the LMGs. Going to be able to clean up that round for the boys of Vicious. And this is exactly what we talked about before. These guys have been very, very prepared in the past. I was extremely surprised at how Elephant Gang ran up those rounds so quickly on them. But Vicious really trying to compete, trying to push this into overtime. So this is either Elephant Gang wins this right now, or we already have our first overtime rounds of the day.
It could be going very well. And yeah, for those of you who did watch the regular season, that was a best of 1. This is a best of 3, which means there is overtime. There are no draws here. There has to be a winner of this map. It will be decided one way or another. So we'll see how it is getting decided, as Vicious Gaming are 1 round away from bringing this into that overtime, which is actually going to be the first time we see overtime in Challenger League this season.
Can you say it one more time for me, please?
The first time we ever see overtime in this season of Challenger League. Should be exciting if it does come through. Vicious Gaming 1 round away from taking it in. And it'll be interesting if they do, because then it'll be the same result almost. Although, I suppose maybe we'll get to see how that game should have ended, I suppose.
Yeah. Most definitely, most definitely. And overtime is one of my favorite things. It's not only to watch, but to cast as well, because everything just gets more exciting because the rounds are just so close, and they mean so much more. But we're practically already there right now. This is practically, okay, Vicious, if they win this round, they push to another set of rounds, and we're practically already in an overtime setting. Kind of, because if Elephant Gang picks up this round, they win. If Vicious wins, then they push to another set of rounds. So we will see exactly what goes on here with these settings. Is it infinite overtime, or is it best of 3 rounds?
It is best of 3 rounds for overtime. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes through. Indeed, and we are going to be seeing action phase of round number 10 getting underway. And we'll see exactly how they want to take this. But again, from Vicious, kind of an interesting setup, I would say. Very aggressive setup this time coming after admin. We talked a little bit about this before, about trying to hold admin aggressively without a mirror. It's kind of hard to do, but Vicious are going to attempt to do so.
Yeah, you kind of have to pull out all the stops and try something that you haven't tried before. I mean, Elephant Gang has been so good on this site. And for instance, Trippin, even though it was the lobby site, that relatively the same setup came out from Vicious, not exactly this one, but the one that they were running previously. And Trippin literally just crouch walked straight up into sight and was able to really stop exactly what they were trying to do. So trying to do this a little bit of extended hold and try and stop admin as much as possible right off the bat could really work out in their favor here. The only thing that could really go wrong is if someone gets fragged out extremely early and that utility goes off the board. Ghost is going to swing in. He's going to pre-fire the pre-made hole that they have with the shield, but no one going to try and peek that out. They do have it casted off as well, and Ghost, out of all the operators, did not have any utility to try and open that besides his hand. really doesn't want to try and do that. So he is going to rotate over to copy room. He's actually going to see that they've already abandoned it, but they've already wasted half the time. So really, what more can you ask of this setup?
Well, I mean, not getting your Valkyrie gunned immediately off the board is something that could be beneficial from this setup. As Neptunes picks up the first frag of the round, Nog unable to save him there. Is going to actually drop down again. Nog just going for that bit of an early rotate there through the hatch, and just kind of a smart play from him though, because there was a lot of utility coming down on him. And of course, they know there are nades on the table here from the book. So smart play from Nog to rotate down so early, and he's going to be able to return back to the site.
Yes, he is. He's going to be able to keep that utility alive. As we enter the last minute here, ladies and gentlemen, 9 operators still up on the board. That means things are just about to get crazy. Pixel trying to find anybody outside on the balcony, but no one to be seen. So the Elephant Gang boys always trying to get a little bit more control here, as we do have Rich over here on the Evil Eye trying to watch that long angle, see if everybody's going to peek. And speaking of people peeking, LoJack's going to go down to K9. That is going to be the Jaeger off the board. So ADS is still down, but he is down himself. Not going to be able to pick up one of his own. That rotate, very, very smart from him, as Avian is going to start to go into sight and try and get this bomb down. If he timed this correctly, this should be relatively easy for him. I actually think he might have stacked nades here. No, he did not. He is going to be able to get this diffuser down, as is going to start getting a little bit hellish for Vicious Gaming. A lot of damage done to most of their operators, as that is going to be one of them off the board. Pixel going down, but Avian down as well. That's going to be a cleanup from Nog. They do still have K9 up on the board. He is playing the main stairs here. I don't think Nog's going to check it. Is he? Oh my goodness, he pre-fires, but K9 with what a reaction time right there. Going to clean that one up. It's all left up to Rich. Rich going to go for the pre-fire here. Is he going to be able to win it out? Yes, he is. And he knows the other one is out on balcony. He has the LMG. Oh my goodness, no. Tripping going to lay down though. Oh my gosh. He had either check vertical or to check below him. It was a 50-50 coin flip. Ended up going the wrong way for him. Very, very good round by both teams right there, but that is going to be Elephant Gang picking up our first map, 6-4.
Really nice play coming out from Elephant Gang there. We are going to take a little bit of a break here before we move on to map number 2. So we'll be right back with some more Challenger League semi-final action.